How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have a special guest with us tonight. He can say his name, what he does, and all that jazz.
Hi, I'm Bryce Bowyn. I am a dance pop artist, musician from Washington, D.C. And yeah, that covers all of it. I make pop music.
You killed it. Killed the intro. Killed it. The first thing, Bryce, I'm sure you get asked this a lot. How did you start out making music? Has it always been like a lifelong passion of yours? Is your family musical? Like, just tell me the Bryce Bowyn origin story,
Sure. Okay. So surprisingly, my family's not necessarily musical. Both of my parents have been like lovers of music, which I think is interesting.
Okay.
But they themselves didn't pursue any kind of music, and that's interesting because my sister and I both are very musical.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
awesome.
probably their love of music that did that. But anyway, I got involved in musical theater as a kid. And if you watch any of my videos or performances or listen to any of my songs, I'm sure that is very obvious that there's
It is.
some drama in musical theater there. But yeah, so like I always loved to perform, and I loved singing and doing music, and it started off very musical theater, but then like the people that I was listening to was like Britney Spears and Lady Gaga. They're like very much pop music and Madonna and all of that, and that just kind of became my whole world. So it's a natural like move from musical theater into like pop music, but yeah, I think they both influence each other. So music's always been part of my life.
There you go. And like, when did you know you're like, I need to get into pop? Like, was there any sort of like, after you're doing musical theater and you're just like, man, what's my next like step? I want to kind of get into music like more heavily. And I know you do like a lot of pop stuff. So like, when was that kind of transition between like, you know what, I could maybe be like a pop star and do this thing, like legit, like Britney or like Lady Gaga, the people that you look up to?
Yeah, so I knew that I wanted to do with the like I remember watching I forget what year it was. I want to say probably like the 2000s VMAs or something. I was like a little kid, and Britney was on, and I was like, that's amazing. Like the spectacle, the theatrics, like I loved to dance as a little kid. So like music, like all of that was there, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And I'm from a very small town in Pennsylvania, very conservative. So even though like musical theater is not necessarily like super like butch or like masculine or anything like that, that seemed easier and more accessible to do than pop music. So as a little kid, so like that was my entry point. But by the time, I always wanted to do pop music, I never really developed my writing skills until my like late teens. So I don't necessarily know what the jump was, but I knew as I went to college for musical theater as well.
Oh, very
And
cool.
I knew that was not, I did not want to pursue a career in like auditioning and, that whole process. So I was like, I know that I want to be a pop singer. I know that this has been my passion my whole life. I'm already like totally trained and qualified to be a performer. So like I had the skills. I don't know. So I just was like, we're doing pop. That's what I want. So I started writing my own songs, and here we are.
I can only imagine. My girlfriend has got me into, like, she restarted watching Glee all over again.
Oh
And so
boy.
I'm watching it. I'm like, first of all, this shit's whack. Like, some of the stuff that was said in that show now is like,
You could not.
no,
You
you
could
could
not
say
say that.
you could not say that. And so as a non-Glee watcher before this, I was like, it's a little rough, like, if I'm gonna be honest. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
go continue, Bryce.
I was about to say you don't have to come like I like musical theater is rough. The musical theater scene is like, as a member of it, I am acknowledging how cringy it is.
It is like, yikes, and so I was like, when you said musical theater and just like talking about, like, because again, that is my baseline knowledge of musical theater, which happens to be a TV show. So you obviously you could tell I'm not very familiar with that, but like, I can imagine, just as like somebody who's gone to college and stuff, like I can imagine like trying to do like the interview process, but like all the time, and like your voice has to be like on point, your performance has to be like on point.
Ooh,
It just
yes.
seems like way high marks to do something that like, and I respect it because like, listen, I love doing this with, I could do this for the rest of my life, but like I don't think I could ever become a performer. Like I watched the Glee
Sure.
stuff, I've watched like actual performances of like people who have done that, and I'm just like, nope, like this could do it, just it's too much.
Well, that was the I was I mean I you know it's treating one cutthroat business for the other in terms of like musical theater and like being a musician, but
That's true.
I don't I it very much I'm with you. Glee is like all of that. That was kind of like the problem is I really like to perform. I love to perform musical theater, but like that that material wasn't like screaming to me. So that's like where the pop music comes in because I was like, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get the art form. I mean, I went to school for it. So obviously like I have a passion for that as
Sure,
well.
yeah.
But like as a fan, and it's not always my cup of tea. I like the drama and things. So yeah, but that was part of the problem was it just, you can't really do, I mean, musical theater, there's the rules, you're playing a character, you're doing all
Yeah,
of that, you're fulfilling these things that other people have written that are like incredible, and like I'm not dissing that at all, but for me I needed very much to do my own thing. Like I
I
needed
got
to
you.
have like my own, like can make my own decisions. It doesn't have to be about perfection. Like you're not competing against anyone else except yourself really,
Sure,
in
yeah.
some ways, because you're just building your own music. And I think that's another reason why I had to like switch lanes, because it feels like there's a lot of pressure and a lot of you know a lot of, you have to like stand up to a standard. I don't know. In musical theater, it seems way too stressful to me.
It seems so like ride or die. It's like as if like you have to do this, and if you don't make it, it like completely demoralizes you. And
Right.
it's tough to see. Like I feel for it. Like I kind of like was just like, you watch that, that's your show, you do your thing. But like I'm not a tea drinker. I'm
Right.
not about that sort of stuff. So like for me, I was like, I that seems like I'm not even an actor or like a part of this, and I feel stressed out watching this. So I can only imagine. But I'm
Yeah.
glad you're out of it, and I'm glad you're doing stuff that you feel is more in your lane, and obviously doing stuff that you enjoy. So to kind of tail into the next thing, Bryce, tell people who you are influenced by. You kind of spoke about it a little bit earlier, but like who influences your style more currently now in terms of like the music you're writing?
Sure. So have already listed Gaga and Britney Spears as like huge inspirations of mine, but so I would say like that's a starting point. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's very much where my ideas, especially with Gaga, my ideas of songwriting and what you're trying to convey, that all starts there. But right now I listen to, there's this Swedish artist. Her name is Yona Lee. She was a
Okay.
she's an indie artist. She does like synth pop. It's very ethereal. It's very weird. She's been doing it for like a decade all on her own. She has a very dedicated fan base. So she's been able to like tour the world and do all these things. But if you would watch her videos, they are so out there. There's like a creature element. There's just random things happening in it that are just like odd to look at, and so that very much speaks to me as well.
Sure.
So I try to like make and structure a pop song in the traditional sense, but find ways to work in some of these little idiosyncrasies that make it a little more weird, and that's both for the music and the visuals. So
You want to expound upon the idiosyncrasies? Because I think for me, like stage, like obviously when shows come back, I feel like stage presence, especially like for pop artists, I'm always like either like enamored by like how grandiose some of the stuff they do is. It's just like how like this budget must be insane. And then on the other scale of things, I love seeing the performance aspect of it, people like really like laying it on the line, people having that like emotional draw, just emotional value to what they do and like what they create. So like I imagine you take kind of both structures from that, but I really want to know what's going on in the old head, Bryce.
yeah, I mean, budget, that's also a reason why, people like Yona Lee who are totally independent, it does take a lot of money
Oh
to put
yeah.
on, a spectacle and to build up, just in any genre. To make a song can be very expensive
Yeah.
when you're trying to do it professionally. So that is definitely an element. But the live I always like when I'm looking at art and when I'm looking at pop music, I like spectacle. I like, you know, surprises. I never want to do something in a video that like you're gonna expect. Like my boyfriend, every time I film him, every time he sees one of my music videos, he's like, I don't get what that had to do with the song. Like, and I'm like, no, it's a love song. Like, what do you mean you don't understand? It's for my song Nostalgic. It's like all very demonic and bloody and very horror inspired. And he's like, but that's like a love song. So like, where I don't get it. And I'm like, you know, that's the theater element of wanting to tell a story and it being crazy. But yeah, I always just want to go the complete opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to like visuals than what you would expect. So that definitely plays into my decisions to like creating the songs and creating the visuals are kind of happening in my head at the same time because I'm very much writing a song that I want to perform a certain way.
Sure. Yeah.
So, you know, that kind of is always a starting place for like the creativity too, is trying to like what kind of crazy performance can we do? What kind of crazy video can we make out of this? And like what song, like what vibe do I want from that? And then I go back and write the song.
Yeah, no, I checked out, shout outs to Erica at Muddy Paw, love her to death, but she had sent over your stuff to me and I was like, let me check the music video out. And I checked it out and I was like, first of all, I am not a horror fan, so this scared the absolute shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, I felt like I was watching, I'm like a huge metal fan, so I felt like I was watching like some metal artist perform, you know? And it was like it was a pop song. And I was like, well, first of all, I will never forget that in that aspect. Like, I'll remember it. You will be forever lodged in my brain for that reason alone. But like, I was like, when I like actually was like visualizing it and like listening to it, I was like, okay, I get what he's doing. I'm still gonna go change my pants, you know, when I'm done. So I feel good. But like, legitimately, when I watched it, I was just like, I paused it and I was like, this is, I didn't click on the wrong video, right? I didn't get sent the wrong video. Like, I really had to look, and it was impressive. Like, I thought, like, the way that you kind of like attributed your music to like the art style, I think was just like they like clashed, but like in a very like beautiful and kind of musical way that I was just like, it was so jarring, but like the music's so good that it's just like I want to keep the music on so I can listen to it, but like I don't know if I want to watch it because I'm gonna have like sleep paralysis later. So like, you know, it's a toss up, you know.
Oh, totally. And I like forget about that. I forget that people like aren't ride or die for horror like I am. So when we filmed that video, you know, there's scenes where I go full demon and I'm covered in blood, and at one point, like, you know, blood is coming out of my mouth and everything like that. And when we had to film that a bunch of times, and there were a bunch of takes, and my friend Belinda, who directs all my videos, she recorded she compiled a bunch of the takes of me trying to get the blood to time right.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny, so I like showed it to like my friends and my mom. I was like, oh my god, look at this. And they were like, you can't just unsolicited show someone that. And I was just like, oh, you're right. It didn't occur to me that is a very disturbing image. I was just like, how funny is this? Because it took so long to do, but yeah, it's often lost on me that not everyone is a horror fan.
I respect the process. I will go watch it again, and if you want, I'll have to do my best reaction, like oh my god. So, but yeah, no, everybody should go watch it. I'll leave a link below so you can either have to change your pants out or not. You enjoy it, you know. Who knows? Who's me to say it? But I'm not gonna say I didn't like Bryce's music, because that's what we were going to talk about. It was great. But the video, you know, I'm going to sleep with one eye open.
You and my mom are in the same boat. She's like, why can't you just make a nice video where you're like smiling or something? She's like, I can't watch these because after that video, all of the videos kind of get, I mean, there are even some of my videos before that, but they're all kind of, you know, in the weird or like creepy vein where there's just something off, and my mom's like, I'm over it. I want, you know, smiles and happiness and rainbows and like not this horror crap.
I'm okay with it. It's fine. You know, I respect your artistic integrity as an artist, you know. So if you guys want to watch it, let me just tell you, you watch at your own risk, but that's just me saying it. Just because
Yeah,
I'm
don't watch it at night.
don't
Make
watch it
sure
at night for
your lights
sure.
are
I
on.
made the mistake of watching it at night, and I regretted it deeply, as you can tell in my facial expressions here. But the next question, Bryce, kind of in the same lane, for new fans that may or may not have been as scared away just a few seconds ago, but for the people that stuck around, that don't know you and are like, hey, I like this guy, he's cool. What song would you recommend to them to go listen to?
And it's not just because it's my brand new one, but Ruthless. I just put that song out a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's my new single. Check it out. But I would definitely say that that is my favorite song I've made yet. It was one of the first songs I wrote for what turned into an EP that I started writing over quarantine. So I don't know. I feel like that song, changed a lot of things and influenced a lot of creativity in me. So you're definitely going to see that kind of through line through the rest of the song.
I would agree. Yeah, I feel like and I checked out some of your older stuff, and I was like, there's some like threads of like old and new, and like it's really cool to see your progression as an artist. Like I try to take pride in like whoever I interview to really delve in and really dig deep, even though like again I'm probably gonna have sleep paralysis tonight. It's great. I was like, man, I was like, I don't know how I didn't know about Bryce's stuff before this, and it's not because like obviously you're on here and you're talking to me, but like it's really got this like great pop hook to it, and I feel like over the past couple years and just having artists on, like I've really kind of fallen in love with like pop that isn't like mainstream but obviously is influenced by like mainstream artists and stuff. And I think there's just something about it that just, at least to me as being a non-traditional like pop fan, like it definitely keeps me going and like makes me try to find like those weird like niche pop artists that I'm like, hey, I knew that guy before he got like big. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying I'm
Fingers
hoping that
crossed.
Bryce,
Yeah.
I'm hoping Bryce gets big. You know, that's what
Me too.
I'm
Me
hoping
too.
I want to be like, yeah, I knew Bryce. I like interviewed him once. You know, so I'm just saying. You know, if you want to be on here, but like, yeah, honestly, I was super impressed like right out the gate. So go check out Bryce. Links in the bio or description. I
Thank
don't know.
you.
But
Yes, please do.
next question, Bryce, a fun one. What have you been listening to lately? What's on the day to day? What have you been jamming recently?
Ooh, good question. What have I been listening to? I feel like here, let's pull it up. It depends on a variety of things. What is on my go-to playlist right now?
There we go.
Let us. Zara Larson, which was a surprise to me. I mean, anyone's listening to this that knows that artist and then like listens to my music, they're gonna be like, "That's surprising. You don't listen to Zara Larson." But I don't know. It just wasn't like I loved her before, but like I wasn't a huge fan. And she just put out this new album, and that is like doing it for me. I'm like looking on my most repeated. I guess that is what I've been listening to. That and Taylor Swift. So I wonder
Ooh,
what that says about me, like folklore, that sad stuff mixed with like fun dance music. But yeah, that's kind of it right now.
it's happy music with like sad lyrics. You can expect that. That's the next. Bryce is gonna move into like emo pop next. That's what I feel like.
You never know. You don't know what else is on this EP, so maybe.
Maybe. I will say, I know I've said it a lot in like previous interviews. I was not the biggest Taylor Swift stan, but I do like her two new records. I think they're fantastic, which is a surprise
I
to me.
you don't gotta tell me that. I was very late to the Taylor Swift train. I did not listen to any country Taylor Swift, which
Same.
yeah, I feel is like blasphemous to Taylor Swift fans. I jumped on when she did the like 1989, and then she had me hooked then. But of course, with her re-releasing these new albums that she's re-recording and stuff like that, I can't wait to like dive into her back catalog as a new listener. But yeah, I didn't start off loving Taylor Swift, but now I'm a total fanatic.
I think it's just because like I used to work retail and I like have this like deep seated hatred for her sometimes because it's just like you hear the same 5 Taylor Swift songs and
Yeah,
it's like
she's
Clockwork Orange.
inescapable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So check out Taylor Swift's new records if that was
She
any
needs our
good.
support.
Yeah, she totally underrated pop artist here. Next question, Bryce, a fun one. If you could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
If I could pick a song to cover, I I would pick Holiday by Madonna. I think that
Ooh.
that is a classic. Um, it's one of my mom's favorite songs, which is, a nice addition. But I feel like it's a classic that like we haven't heard brought to the forefront in a while, so it would be cool to do like a nice updated spin of like a song like that.
I feel that. Well, you're on the internet now, so like I feel like they're gonna, like real like high key stands of you are gonna be like, listen, Bryce, where's that Madonna track at? So.
I know now I got to go record it. It's like I just ruined it for myself. I was like, I have to do it now. But yeah.
If you have any suggestions for Bryce, drop them in the comments. I'm sure he'll check them out.
Yes, let me know. I want to know. Because I haven't officially put out a cover yet. So
Ooh,
let
so
me
there
know
we
what you
go.
would like it to be.
It'll be magical. So if you have any suggestions, drop them below. As the man said, he may or may not cover them. So check it out. But the next question, Bryce, favorite food to eat? What's your go-to?
Oh, uh, easy is pizza. I could eat pizza every day, but if you want like a niche, like if you add on to pizza, I mean, it's not niche. Like mozzarella stick, I could live on mozzarella sticks and pizza, like fried cheese for like the rest of my life. Actually, probably not because that would probably kill me, but I'd be happy to do so.
Cholesterol. I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also you live on the Northeast, which I feel like is the area for like good
For
pizza.
pizza.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Nothing
yes, yes.
rivals that. If anybody wants to fight me in the comments, I'll see you in the comments. But
I know that this is going to be controversial, but I don't think I think it's really hard to mess up pizza. Like we all have our favorite pizza place, but I don't think there's ever a place where I've been like, this was the worst thing I've ever eaten. Like I love pizza so much that like any pizza will do at the end of the day.
I feel that to an extent. I think like if I was to have like a Domino's pizza or something, I'd be like I would feel it the next day for sure. If I had like a frozen pizza, I'd be like, I don't know. Sometimes, like if I felt
Oh
like
yeah, like
if
there's
I was just
definitely
like
like a
drunk or like
hierarchy,
yeah, if I was like drunk or
right?
something and that was the only thing in my freezer, then I'd make it to eat.
Right. No, exactly. Like obviously there are like really good pizza places, but like am I ever gonna turn it down if it comes my way? Probably not.
You're
So
same. Listen, Bryce and I are in the same boat here. Pizza. If somebody was like, "Hey, so like you want some pizza?" I'd be like, "Listen, as long as it's not gonna kill me, if you didn't lace it with
yeah,
anything, then I'm good."
very easy to trick me that way. So if you want to kidnap me or something, just give me laced pizza because I won't ask.
Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. I don't want to see Bryce disappear off the earth. So, but
Please don't. Yeah, I take that back.
next question, Bryce. If you were to pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest feature on your next record and a producer you'd like to work with, who would be on your dream team?
I'm a dream team. I'm gonna give two answers. There's this indie pop artist who I just love. Her name's Kit Major. If you
Okay.
have not heard of her, look her up. Pray to Pop is one of her big songs, and that's a great song. So I would love, if possible, to do a song with her. And then if we want to go like ultra famous, I would do. I think like you know what I'm really like wanting. I mean, the obvious answers are the people I've already listed, but like I would love a really young pop star. I don't know who. Maybe Dua could pull it off, or like I don't know. Someone needs to bring Cher into 2020 because she's had like a hit song, in like every decade for like literal decades.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be really cool, and maybe I can be that person. I don't know, but if an ultra famous pop girl or something does a song with Cher, that would be amazing. Or maybe like a rapper. I don't know. I don't know what like someone needs to bring Cher back into the mainstream.
There we go, guys. If you want to see Bryce Bowen and Cher together, what you have to do is you have to take your phone out, or you have to like go on the computer. You type in twitter.com. You at
Yes.
Bryce Bowen, and you also at Cher on Twitter.
If you get Cher to tweet me, that will be. I will go to heaven. I will go to heaven.
He would ascend to greatness. So if you want to see that, again, type Bryce Bowyn. I'm gonna type in share, and then you type in collab question mark. Listen, I'm just saying.
Do it. Do it.
I think
I'm
that's
all for
legally
that.
binding. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I'm not a legal expert, but I would believe if I saw something on Twitter, that's gospel. Yeah.
It's got to be true. Yeah. I don't know why I want to be true.
So guys, if you want to make it happen, listen. I'm not. Don't let me stand in the way of you doing something great for Bryce. I mean, look at this man. He seems like a nice guy. So do it. Next question, Bryce. Obviously, you write your own music, but if there was a musical instrument you could master.
Ooh, if I could master an instrument, easy, piano. I envy anyone that can like play the piano. I can play basic chords, but that the piano, or the guitar, those are two very obvious ones. But I feel like you could do so much with those skills. So those piano and guitar.
There we go. Well, Bryce, if you want to learn how to play guitar, I can teach you how to play guitar. I play guitar.
Please, absolutely, I would
We'll
love
just
that.
sit down. We'll just have a campfire song, going.
I'm 100% here for that.
There we go. Next question, Bryce. I don't know how much of a gamer you are, but you have the gamer chair, so I feel like I'm in the lane, But if you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Ooh, let me think about this. So my boyfriend got me into video games very much, which is why I have the gamer chair and like the Xbox is back there.
Bless.
Gamer or game, which game character? I'm trying to think what my favorites are. I'll tell you what I'm playing right now, and
Tell
I
me
would
what you're
love to
playing
be
right now.
able to do Hitman. I'm like playing all the Hitmans, and not that I want to like kill people because that's like an absolute no. But if I could pull off some stealth moves like that and like blend into things very easily, that would be sick. Have you ever played the Control game? It's just called Control.
Yes, I have.
I want to be
Oh,
her. I forget her name, but that's who I want because her power is really cool.
that's I like that answer. I feel the vibes. Shout outs to your boyfriend for getting you into gaming. Listen, I didn't need to be blessed so much right now, but that is a blessed statement right now. So
I
shout
mean,
out to him.
I think it's a bittersweet for her, not bittersweet. He's like a catch 22 because now I'm like playing games and he's all like, okay, you've like taken my thing. Try it. And he also doesn't like the way I play video games. So he's always, when he'll like
Oh,
watch it, he'll be like, why are you doing that? I'm like, let me do my thing. Okay. I will figure it out. Rest assured. Let me do my thing.
I got you. That's kind of the same relationship that my girlfriend and I have. Like, well, she's playing. We both are like Nintendo fans, so she's been playing Switch as well as mine. I've also been playing Switch, and she's playing Luigi's Mansion 3, I think now. And every time she's just like, "Oh my god, I'm stuck," and I'm like, "You need help?" And she's like,
No,
no,
no, I do
let me
not.
do
I
it."
will ask you.
And then moments later, she's like, "Can you please help me?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, it was the Batman Arkham Knight. I mean, I'm a huge comic book fan, so like I love the Batman Arkham games. And in the third one, you have to like there are all these Batmobile missions, and I suck at in-game driving. I can't. I really am I'm a good driver in real life, horrible driver in video games. So he was, judging me, being like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" And then like 30 minutes later, I was like, "Can you just beat this part for me? I can't do it." So
I feel that. That is like I'm in the same lane as that. So it's okay. You'll get there. Hopefully next time Bryce comes on, he'll ascend to video game greatness.
I'll be a master.
Yeah.
Millions of followers on Twitch. Yeah,
Listen,
that'll be me.
that's next. That's Twitch is the next platform for Bryce. Go. I don't know if he has a Twitch channel by the time this comes out, but listen.
It'll any moment now. Any moment.
Next question, Bryce. If you were to compile a dream tour lineup, who would be on it, including yourself, just in case?
Like who? Like a live performers.
Yeah, live performers. Like.
Okay. I would love to tour with a bunch of my friends. So everyone should look up artists like Zach Benson, Kit Major, Corey Stewart, any of these people. We were like, if we could get, and they're all in the queer scene. So like a nice little queer tour like that would be amazing. But if we're talking like dream, like go big or go home, I would. Okay, this is it's a like a who's who of crazy, but I would do like Rihanna,
Ooh.
Lady Gaga,
Hmm.
the Pussycat Dolls. Bring back the Pussycat Dolls. Um, Me, and then you know what? That's it. That's it. You don't want to overwhelm the masses, so we'll stop there.
You're like, man, we have a lot. We got a stacked lineup for
Just
you.
pop royalty and me. Like that's it.
Oh,
Like
you're up there with pop royalty. You know, getting there. We're
and
sending.
hopefully building up.
Listen,
Yeah,
we've already established that your song with Cher is coming out, so
she's on the
manifest,
remix. Yeah.
manifest, guys, manifest is all I'm saying. But if you want to see that sick tour in insert year here, make it happen. Again, we already told you how.
Or as soon as we're able to tour again in real life, which should be any moment, because we're doing hopefully better. That queer tour that I was talking about, if people want to see that, let us know. I'm sure we can make something happen.
I would love to
So,
hear. I would love to see that. Listen, if you come to Philadelphia, blessed. I come out.
yes.
I come out.
Pennsylvania is my home state. Yes, I'll be there.
Let's go, guys. Make that happen. All I'm saying. I would love to see it. Next question, Bryce. Favorite TV show, favorite movie.
Favorite TV show, favorite movie. Favorite movie is Batman Returns,
Ooh.
100%. That's my favorite movie of all time. It's also a Christmas movie, so like there's that. And
That's
then
true.
It is. People want to be like, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Who cares? Batman Returns is a Christmas movie, and it should be the Christmas movie for everyone.
Okay. I'll add it to the
But
list.
please do. I love that movie. Favorite TV show. I could not. I am hard to please with TV, and I would say that I was gagged over Wanda Vision. I didn't think I
Oh,
would be, but I loved Wanda Vision.
so good.
Did you watch that?
Oh, I loved it. Watched the whole thing.
Yes. So I didn't see that coming because even though it's superheroes and like everyone loves Marvel, I love Marvel. I just didn't see them doing that, and so like that was really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, I think comparatively, like I like the Falcon Winter Soldier thing because it seems so like catered to, hey, you like a Marvel movie but you want it in like 40 minutes, boom, we got you. But like WandaVision, I feel like was on a whole nother level of like good stuff, and I love that they harken back to like classic TV. That was really cool.
I was
Kind
really
of going through the decades. That was really awesome.
Yeah, because like we all love Marvel, whatever, but like they do have a look, they do have a formula
Yeah.
for their movies, or like pretty much all comic book movies, and it felt like WandaVision really like broke some of the mold of a traditional comic book experience, like with the parodies of all of the other sitcoms and stuff. So I was really impressed and really enjoyed WandaVision.
Loki's next. That's fingers crossed. That's gonna be good. That
I
looks
know,
good.
and
Looks good.
when are the X-Men coming? We know that they are on the horizon. I thought we would get a tease of it in WandaVision, but like let's get the X-Men into that Marvel universe.
That's what I'm saying. But listen, Hugh Jackman is always gonna be my favorite Wolverine. They're gonna replace him. I know. I get it. I respect that. But he's always gonna go down as Wolverine in my book.
And they're gonna have to do like a complete 180 on how they do Wolverine to make it work because his Wolverine is like so iconic and
Oh,
so
100%.
like synonymous with Wolverine now, like even as a character, that they're gonna have to do something like completely opposite to make anyone want to like love that character because Hugh Jackman just like killed that so hard.
Yeah, I would agree, 100%. But I'm glad you're a huge comic book fan, much like myself. I've been watching the Falcon Winter Soldier every week, so
Yeah.
keeping up, man. Just very excited to see where it turns out, and I think they just released Shang-Chi, which is the next Marvel movie, so that looks
I
good too.
saw that. I saw that. Again, it looks like another kind of moment where like we're gonna see something unexpected from Marvel because he's not the traditional superhero in the sense too. Does he have powers? I can't remember.
I want to say he is on the same lane as like a Iron Man or a Black Panther. So I'm gonna
There's
say
like
because they showed him having like
technology,
they showed him
a
having like
little
an
thing.
armband. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I think. I don't know. I'm not like I'm invested, but I'm not like invested. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like I'm ready, and I think it's their second chance to do the Mandarin after what
Yeah,
happened in what is that Iron Man 3?
three. Yeah.
Yikes.
Uh,
So I hear that they're going to address that in
okay.
this one. But I'm hoping that they do that character a better version of that character than what
Yeah.
we ended up with in Iron Man. So
They
yeah.
could make him like they could make him badass. I feel like they could make him tough. Like I feel like he could be super tough, badass. I hope.
Like
Fingers crossed.
yes, exactly. Like let's see what happens.
There
Yeah.
we go. Next question, Bryce. If you're trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one record you could bring with you to listen to, what would it be?
It would be well, how long wait, how long did you say I was
A
trapped there?
month. 1 month.
A month? Okay,
I feel like all time is like real rough.
that's real rough. A
Yeah.
month. I will say that the album that I would want to be stuck with, I'm just going to be it's going to be Art Pop by Lady Gaga. Because I feel like you could, if it's an island, I know I'm stuck there, but like, it's still a beach. So you can have like
Yeah.
maybe in your head have some fun. I don't know. And like, that's a great party record. I was going to say something like Lana Del Rey or something, but then that's too sad if you're stuck somewhere. Yeah, that would be too bad.
That would, yeah, I feel like that would be a vibe killer, as they say.
You would start to lose hope, I think, if that was the only song, only albums, if
Oh,
there were only sad albums.
they would just find you in a Lana Del Rey record, and they'd be like, "Yeah, okay, we get it."
Yes, exactly,
It all makes
exactly.
sense. But the last thing, Bryce, I've been asking a lot of artists that I've had on here recently about this question, which is if people have made it this far to the interview, thank you for watching, first of all. Much love to all of
Yes,
you. But what do you want people to take away from your music, Bryce Bowyn? Whether it be from a lyrical aspect or a musical aspect or a combination of the two. I feel like for me, it's like whenever I listen to an artist, like I really want to know what they're about, like what they do, why they feel like their music is important. Like I love highlighting all different things from like, metal to rock to indie to pop, all that sort of stuff, everything in between. So everybody has a different background, different perspective. So I'd love to hear yours, Bryce.
sure. I would say what I want people to take away when they listen to one of my songs is the same sense of like excitement and intrigue and like energy that I received when I would listen to songs that I
Mm-hmm.
loved back then. Like when the reason I love the artists I love is because when you listen to them, like you said, you want to know more about them. You want that sense of like adventure and a little dangerous and experimental, unpredictable. I'd hope to capture that energy and excitement when people listen to my music because that's what I look for. That's what I like listening in music. So that would have to be my answer.
There we go. Well, like I said earlier in the interview, if you want excitement, you can go watch the newest music video, which I'll leave a link in the description for, and you can be just as scared as I was, or maybe
Yes, you've
enjoy
been
it.
warned.
Who
Yes,
knows? I've already put that I'm warning you. If you want to watch it, totally watch it. It's your thing. If not, watch it and then like put your like laptop screen at like a minimum so Bryce still gets to view, still gets to
so get the
listen,
views and you don't have nightmares.
and you don't
Yes.
have nightmares. So just pro tip. But the last thing, Bryce, the most important thing, tell them where the people can find you at, what you have coming up. This will probably be out like May, June-ish, probably
Oh,
closer to
sweet,
June. So
cool.
tell the people what you got going on and anything else going on.
Sure. So you can find me everywhere on every social media at literally at Bryce Bowens. That's BRYCE and then BOY or BOWYN. I can't even spell my own last name. Anyway, on all social media. And then what you can look for is you should, of course, be streaming Ruthless. So go do that. In June, the music video will be coming out. So if it's not out already, make sure you watch that. Also, warning that that one will be a little creepy as well. So there you go. And then, I've been talking to people, and you might in June also get to see some live performances very safely and smartly done, so that we're all safe still. And then by the end of the year, finally, I am definitely putting out an EP in which Ruthless will be on. So that's all I'm going to say about that. If you can expect that by the end of the year.
There we go. Well, listen, huge thanks to Erica at Muddy Paw.
Thanks,
Again,
Erica.
she's the best. Salutes to her. But the main reason you're here, the reason why you checked out this video, please go check out Bryce's stuff. All of the links will be in the description where you can find out about him, his music, any of that sort of stuff. Make sure to go stream his stuff on Spotify. And if you're there, you might as well follow him, because listen, you want to know when new music comes out, and that's the best way you can do it. So go do that. And also go check out the music video. Again, we've already warned you like 3 times, so I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. But you can check all of the links in the description to find out about that. And if you enjoyed this interview, share, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way. And again, it helps out my channel grow. And if you want to see that share collab, which I know it already exists, it's there. You just have to manifest it.
Just sitting on it, yeah.
Just sitting on it. It's hot. It's hot on the presses. So make sure to go type in Bryce Bowyn on Twitter, as well as share collab. Listen, I already explained it already, but if you want to hear it happen, because it already has happened, you already know what to do. And huge thanks to Bryce for coming on and chatting today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.